Welcome back to the channel. So quick, uneducated video. Do your own research. Stocks can do nothing. People freak out. You can lose all your money. So do your own research. So this is a viewer asked me, and I've been thinking to myself, when do you sell a stock? Like, when is it high time to sell your stock? And this is how I view it. So firstly, take for example WR1, which if I did this thing myself, I might not have sold it, but that's easier to say in hindsight. When it went up, I sold about $1.65 after a drilling announcement. So I thought it was going to happen like GL1 drilling announcement. People bought in. It got to a high point, but I didn't sell because firstly you want to hold for a year to get the tax benefit, in my opinion. So I didn't sell here because it wasn't a year, and then went back down. I was like, damn, it should have sold. So that's probably thrown me off a bit as well. So anyway, WR1. So first, if I didn't say already, you have to know the industry you're in, know it inside out, know how WR1 compares to GL1 and all the other mines around the world, know that lithium is in shortfall, how much they're getting out of the ground for, how much it's selling it for, which interestingly enough, they're getting out of the ground for $500, lithium hydroxide spodumene, and they're selling for average of $5,000. So PLS, if you look at their figures, that's what they're doing. It's a big company selling lithium hydroxide. So basically 2026, 27, when they get into production, WR1, this is just a guess, rough estimates. They'll spend $300 million to build the mine. Again, rough figure, could be less, could be more. Maybe do 200,000 tons per annum, and they make 3,500 on each ton, whatever. So roughly this much in EBITDA. So fair price, $1.5 to $2 billion, in my rough, uneducated opinion. So right now, pre-resource. So they've just had a few good drill announcements. They've gone up, and you could say it's high, you could say it's low, but this is sort of where they're going there. This is where they are now, 350 million. So even this, they're making that much per year, probably going to be worth 10 times more, maybe. So maybe fairly 6 times more, who knows. So this is where I thought they are now. So yeah, I think if it gets too far above this line, where say a ridiculous price right now would be they're already selling at 1.5 billion, which would be like up here. So that's in the sell territory, in my opinion. And then there's also the other side, WR1. I bought them on IPO, which I think was 37 cents. And then they went down to 20 cents for no real reason. Just the market was scared. GL1 also went back down to like $1, which was pretty crazy prices. And obviously in that time you thought it was all doom and gloom, like, oh, why did I buy stocks? And then it just came back. So you have to know generally things that people are going to electric vehicles slowly but surely, in my opinion. It won't happen overnight. It's just going to slowly funnel through. That's how I think anyway. So yeah, that's how I think. So if it goes ridiculous, you might want to sell out. And if it goes super low, super ridiculous low, you might want to buy more. If you know the company inside out, you're never going to be 100% correct. And also you can sell on the way up, sell a bit here. You're never going to be completely right, is what I've sort of came to, in my opinion. One thing here is this stock here. I had Novonix. I bought it $1. It doubled. I thought it's worth more. Funny enough, it came down to $1. I was like, yeah, it's still pretty cheap. So anyway, then it went up to here. Went up to fair value, I thought about here, because they were going to make $500 million. If you look at the figures, they might have made $500 million a year in 2030. And then you would have given a price tag of like $10 billion, which the market offered here when they weren't even making any money at all. It was ridiculous. So luckily enough, I was selling it on the way up a bit. Got to here, and it dropped 10% that day, and I freaked out and sold out, luckily enough, because it's gone all the way down. So you're never going to know. This was just super lucky. Yes. So that's just my opinion. So just go over some companies now. GL1, rough figures, $500 million. They might get into production maybe 2025. They've already got a resource, drilled it a fair few times, they're even drilling it more. So they're going to do the study. And yeah, so not super cheap, but wouldn't be a buy for me, probably just a hold. But I do see it going a lot higher, given that Pilbara Minerals is making billions of dollars, billions on billions. Like If they do 400 million tons, let's just do the sums here. I think they'll do 200,000 tons times, just say 4,000 profit. 800 million EBITDA, and say put that in half. Say it's only $400 million EBITDA. You'd just give this a price tag, maybe 2 billion to 2.5 billion. Bear in mind there might be a little bit of dilution. Building the mine, which might cost 300 million, given inflation and stuff. Given where they are, the location. Just my opinion. So yeah, just a hold for me. But you could buy this, and it could. Yeah, just think in 2026, if they're going to be making 500 million, this seems pretty cheap. So yeah, no. Looking at that, it does seem pretty cheap for what it is. The risks are, take in mind lithium for your Tesla at these crazy prices, 70,000 per lithium hydroxide ton to your Tesla. Rough figures, $700, and apparently they waste half the stuff they getting into the batteries, but then they recycle it or something. So it could even be 1,400. And then we have graphite, which is a lot more kilos, but a lower price tag. These rough, uneducated figures. Yeah, so lithium went up in price. So graphite, I think, could move maybe double in price, double $1,000, $2,000 for your Tesla, $3,000. But even at these prices, the graphite companies could make money. If you didn't watch my other videos, CXO, they thought they were going to sell, get out of the ground for like 400 and sell for 700. Cost OPEX. So bear with me one moment. Bear with me. This might be an updated one. Sorry, bear with me. So they thought they were going to sell for $800. It's now selling for $5,000. That's because it went to shortfall and it's such a huge demand. Because for your Tesla, it's about this much. Correct me if I'm wrong with that, but pretty sure that's correct. And fair to say that graphite, when it gets into shortfall, plenty of lithium out there. They just haven't got it out of the ground fast enough. Same with graphite. Plenty of graphite out there. Just they have to spend that 200. Well, graphite they can spend less, do a little project, and they can do more. But I think when they run to shortfall, they're not going to be able to flick the switch and turn the mine on overnight. So graphite could go to 2,000, 3,000, and then you redo the numbers on the companies, and therefore the share price goes up. That's my opinion. It could go like lithium, or it might not sure. Things could happen, like if they do other breakthroughs, making the cars cheaper, then obviously there's more money to spend on graphite. If the car's cheaper, there's more demand, and there could be more demand / higher price for graphite. Yeah, what else can I say? Not really sure. So WR1, say this is Sayona. Not sure exactly whether. I think they're getting into production. They're 2.5 billion. So WR1 could fairly be at about 66 cents mark. Where is it? So who knows? WR1 could be here. And then look at that. You could have. Yeah, so you're never going to pick it. That could have been high there. Not sure. Don't know the company enough. So anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, so my opinion, roughly, do rough figures. You're never going to be completely right, but I guess you can sell around the bottom and around the top. So WR1 could be here and heading here. So most likely hold. GL1, probably similar thing around here, heading to here. So probably a hold. Graphite companies, they're all around this little mark here. And if that shortfall comes, kicks up the price. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going there, but hopefully this helps you in your decision making. You obviously got to do case by case basis. Do some rough figures and see what you're happy with. And also then there's the hold for 1 year to get the tax benefit. It's not financial advice, just my opinion. Yeah, so that's lithium. I look at lithium and natural graphite stocks. Let me know if you know any good ones. I look for ones that are under 50 million. When I bought WR1, it was under 50 million. Same with GL1. You looked at the neighbor, PLS was worth a lot more, and you could see that they were probably going to drill and find lithium and get into production, which they're on the way to doing. Funnily enough, GL1 had one mine that I thought would do that. Turns out they bought another mine that then became the head mine, and the other mine that I bought them for might sit there. So it's sort of a bit of luck, bit of research, and I guess it's a bit of fun trying to pick. It's like picking a winning horse, except a bit more deadly if you put a lot of money in there and lose it. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.